Hello everyone and welcome to another Sunday speedrun. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address, so please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at A Drive Through the Fog by Carmen Lambert. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. And if this is Carmen Lambert, then I apologize. One of the two is incorrect. Hopefully not both. Right, let's read the rules. Warning, the magenta Renban line is now yellow. Okay, duly noted. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so the digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Digits along the yellow Renban form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. Right. So these are only two, so it's two consecutive digits. But if this was 3 or 4 or 5, we could have any set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line, we only see the tip of one, must have a difference of at least 5. Right, so we'll go quickly through that. So any two, we don't know where it goes, maybe it's only 2, but any two consecutive digits have a difference of at least 5, so we can't have 5 on the line. And the rest of the digits are divided into two sets, less than 5 and more than 5, and then digits along the line alternate between the sets. 6 and 4 can't be in between two cells of the same set because they both require a single digit. So 4 would need 2 9s and 6 would require 2 1s. Right. Digits along a blue line, which we don't see, create a sum line where the sum of digits on a line within a particular 3 by 3 box must be the same for all the boxes the line passes through. Right. So let's do it. Let's do an example. If this is so, then the sum of these two digits would be equal to this digit would be equal to the sum of these three digits, if that was a blue line. Where was oh, right. Digits along diagonals pointed to by arrows outside the grid must sum to the number listed. So in this diagonal, and I still have the line tool, these three cells have to add up to 17. Well, let's use the pencil mark tool so that I don't reveal any digits by mistake or any cells. Right, cells with filled circle must be odd. Cells with a filled square must be even. We don't see any yet. Cells, a black dot between cells indicate cell values with a 2 to 1 ratio. A white dot between cells indicates cells with consecutive values. Not all dots are given. A V between cells mean that they add up to 5. An X between cells mean that they add up to 10. And the board is covered in fog. Place a digit correctly and the fog will lift around it. Okay, that's it. A sip of tea. Reset the time. And let's see what we're doing. So those are odd. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 or 9. So this one has to be even. I don't know if that matters. So till now, those are from 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is from, can this be 1? Yeah. Yeah, there is no, well, this one can't be 5 because this would have to be 6, 7, 8, and 9 because there is an X between them. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are consecutive. That this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, but those have to be double. So this one can't be 5 and can't be 9 and can't be 7. And this one then all of a sudden can't be 1 or 2. It's 3 or 4. 3 or 4 means that this one isn't 1 and this one isn't 4, so this one isn't 9. Right. If this is 6 and 8, then this one has to be 7, right? Right. So we have our first digit, it's a 7. And if that's a 7, then we can start deciphering all of that, right? This becomes a 3. This would have to be a 4. And if this is a 4, then that's a 6. That's 4. This one has to be double. It's an 8. And this is a 2 to add up to 10. To 5. This one isn't 3 or 7 all of a sudden. What does that mean? Not much. All of those are still possible, except this has to add up to 5. So this one isn't 6 or 8. It's 2 or 4. And this becomes a 3 or a 1. Right. So this is 2 or 4. So now we have a 2, 4 here. Right, what could this be? 5 or 7, and this one could be, well, it can't be 5 then, right? Because 6, if this is 5, then this would have to be 6 or 4, and both are gone. So this is a 7, this would have to be an 8, right? This isn't a 9 anymore, it's a 1 or a 5. And then that's a low digit, so this would have to be a high digit. 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, it's not 6, 7, or 8. It has to be 9. And this one would have to be 1. Well, 2 or 4 are gone already, so this is 1 or 3. What are we still missing? We're missing a 5, right? So this is 4 or 6. Right, and that's again from... No, it's an odd digit, but is it worth pencil marking it? I don't think so yet. So this could be 2 or 4, this could be 1, 3, or 5. Right, so what could this be? Well, we do need a 9, so that's a 9 here. And this is from 1, 5, and 6, right? We couldn't have 5 on a German whispers line, though, so it's 1 or 6. So if this is 6, then this is a 1. Okay. And if this is 1, then this could be anything. Right. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't know. Let's pencil mark and see. That's 1, 5, or 9, right? Yeah, so that makes this one 3 or 7. Makes that 3 or 7. Did that do anything though? Oh, right, we have 1, 5, 6 here, so this isn't 1 anymore, that's a 3. And if that's a 3, then this becomes a 7. That's a 3, we don't know what that is, but we know that that's a 1. That becomes a 4, and the 4 needs a 5 next to it. This is not a 1 anymore, but it could still be 3 or a 5. Right, that's not a 5. And here I'm still missing a 2 and an 8, which unfortunately both work here, right? So if that's a 2, this could be a 1, but we can't have a 1, so this could be a 4. So this is a 4 in any case then, right? 8 can only be next to a 4, so that's a 4. The 4 would need a 5 or a 3. The 5 is already gone, so that's a 3. Right, so that's a 6. That's a 2. Did that help me? No, this, I was going to say that's a 4. It isn't. This is a 1 or a 4. Well, I still need 13 here, though. How can I have 13? Only with 8 and 5, right? So that's a 5. Those aren't 5 anymore. That's an 8. 8 would need a 4. That's definitely a 2 then. That's 2. We still don't know what those are. That's 7, 8, or 9. That's 1, 2, or 3. Well, it isn't 2, so it's 1 or 3, right? So that's 2 or 4. And these are 4, 6, or 8. This one isn't an 8 though. Okay, did that help? Did that help? I know that this one is as well from 6, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, that's a 2. We can't have a 4, right? Yeah, that's a 2. Wow. It's 1 or 3 again. That's not a 6 anymore. It's a 7, 8, 9 as well. No 8. And this is a 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to see this green corner there, because I think the green line goes in this direction, because I can see a green corner, but I will not use it for now and say this could be a 4. Right, right, but it can't be a 2. Right. So I still, oh, there is a 1. 1 is in one of those two. I guess this would help, because then I would know what that is, but I really am not sure if I'm supposed to use it. Let's try not to use it for a second and see if there are other ways. There's a 5 here. Anything else I can... Where's 6? Oh, that's 5 and 6, right? And this is 7, 8, or 9, so it's not 7. This is 8 or 9. Okay. Didn't help, though. Didn't help. Right, what am I missing here? 1, like we said. We already have a 2. 3 could be in lots of places. 4 is in 3 places. Could be in just 2. It probably is. Not probably. I think it is, because I can see that corner, the green corner. But it doesn't matter though, does it? Okay, 5. 5 still has as well lots of places. Well, not here though. Oh, actually, no. 5 is in, well, still 3 places in any case, right? 6. I don't think this is going to help. 7, 8, and 9. It didn't help. Okay. Okay. Right. That's a bit annoying. Just a tiny bit. Not very much. Just a tiny bit. Oh, right, but there's definitely a 3 here. Oh, because we can't have 2 1s, right? So a 3 or a 4. So this one can't be 7. It's a 9. Right. So this isn't 9 anymore. Right, so now we see, what was the blue line again? Oh, that's the sum line. Okay, so it doesn't help us yet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, this one isn't 2. This one isn't 2 or 3 either. This isn't a 3 then it's a 1, 4. Right, and this becomes a 9 or a 6, so it has to be 6. That's a 4. That's a 1. Oh, wow, that's a long line. A long line. Not a 6. This becomes a 3, not a 3. This would have to be an 8 then. That's a 1. That's a 9, and that's a 7. Right. 9, 1. That helped. That definitely did help. And now we see that it definitely goes into the green line, the German whispers line definitely goes into this cell. So this cell has to be 7 or 8, right? Or this one isn't 4 anymore because it can't have 2 9s there. And this becomes 1 or 3. This becomes a 6 or 8. That's definitely a 1. Right. Right, and that's definitely a 6, of course. So we could have 6 still. Right. Right. What about these now? What is this? It's 4 or 8. It can't be 4. It can't be 4, so this is definitely an 8. This one isn't an 8, isn't a 2 or a 6. Ooh, so it's a 4. Okay. That's a V between those two. Can't have 1 and 4, so that's a 2, 3. So this one has to be a 3. This one has to be a 2. And there we can't have 1, 3, 4, 5, so it's a 7 or a 9, and that's a 7 or a 9 as well. Right. What am I missing still here, though? Missing a 5 and a 6, and this one would have to be an 8. Right. This one would have to be an 8. Here I'm still missing a 1 and a 7. This is now a 4. Not sure if it helps. What am I missing in column number 5? A 3, yeah, and a 5. Both acceptable. Right, now I have a 3-5 pair, so that's a 1. I can still have a 6. Interesting. That's a 6 or an 8, so that's a 5 or a 7. We can't have 5, 7, or 9, actually. We can't have 5 or 9, so this is definitely a 7. Right, so this becomes an 8, right? And there I'm still missing a 7. Okay. Here I need a 3. And I need a 9. And in this row number 4, I still need a 2, a 4, and a 5. Right, so that's a 2. Those aren't 2 anymore. Right. Do I have to really go through with what are the combinations here on the blue line? Please tell me no. What am I missing here? I'm missing a 2 and something from 3, 5. Okay, and a 9. Something from 3, 5. Yeah, that's not a 2. And in column number 3, I'm missing a 6, 7, and 9. Again, not very interesting. Right, time for a sip of tea. What else am I missing? 7, 9. I didn't see that. Well, I mean, mildly interesting, let's say. Well, I do need an 8 still here. Okay. Anything else? I don't think so. Just an 8. Just an 8. Just an 8. Right. Right. Huh. I do not see what I'm supposed to do next. I do not see what I'm supposed to do next. What's the maximum this could be? 15, 18, 26, right? That's the maximum. So 4 is gone. We would need 22 still. This feels like everything is possible. It feels like everything is possible. So what else? 4? This is not gonna get me anywhere. This is definitely not gonna get me anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. 3, 5, 3, 5. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's the only thing I still have, right? It's the blue line. It's the blue line. What am I still missing here? Is it 2, 3, 5, 6, 9? No, there is no 6. There is no 6. That at least resolves that. Right. Right. So this is 2, 3, 8. Oh, okay. Well, it's still not resolved though, is it? Right. But I know that this one is at least 16. Actually, I know it's at least 23, right? It's either 23 or 25, right? So what does that mean for this one? Already got a 4. Can this one be 1? That's probably... If this is 23, this is 23. Yeah, so we need 19. If this is gone, then we need 18. Well, can have the 9 here, and we'd need a 9. Oh, that doesn't work. All right, let's do this again because I don't trust myself. 11, 16, the minimum is 16 plus 7 is 23. Okay, so that would leave me with 19 here with the 4. 19. If that's a 1, I would need 18, and even if I have the 9 here, I don't have 9 there. Of course, if I don't have the 9 here, then this would be 8, and there's no way of having 18, right? Yeah, so that's a 7. That's a 1. So this becomes a 1. Okay. This becomes a 1. Did I resolve anything though with this? Doesn't look like it, does it? That's 5 or 6. That's 5 or 6. Huh. All of that for note. Okay, well, if this is now 11, what do we know about this? If it's 23, we would need 12. 5, 8. Ooh, how do we get 12? How do we get 12? Because if this is 9, we would need 3. That's obviously not possible. And if this is 5, we would need 7, which is not possible because if this is 5, we can't have 5 too. Right. So this would have to be 9 then, and this would have to be 25. Okay, so we need 14. Now 14 is possible with 9, 3, and 2. 5, no, we'd need a 9. Okay, so this is 9, this is 7, and this would have to be 9, and 3, and 2. Right, this isn't 7, this is 6, this is 5, that's 9, that's 7. So what do I still have here? Not 3, I have 2 and 4, right? So this has to be 4, this has to be 2. That's an 8, and that's a 3, and 11, 16, 25, that works. Right, but I still have some cells to fill. 6, 8, well, 6 works, which is great. Do I know what that is? Yeah, it's a 3, and that's a 5. Right, moment of truth. Yay! Well, I mean, it's a good introduction to all of these constraints, right? I think it flows quite nice. I was slow, but that's no fault of the puzzle itself. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe share. And definitely let me know how long it took you to actually to finish it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.